He married my sister, now we're living together.
Roommates in law. Roommates in law, Tom.
Oh, hello, Tim. It's so much easier in person.
Look at this. Look how much fun we're having. Back
Look
at Bleecker Street Studios, drinking a hot toddy.
It's kind of a warm toddy now.
With my hot Tommy.
There we go.
Huh?
That's going to be my drink on a comedy club menu one day.
The hot Tommy.
The hot Tommy.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, and I'll be like really ugly at that point.
You'll be like 59 years old.
Thank you for going old enough. I think you're going to be like, so you'll be like 31, 32.
Oh, everybody saw that comment.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, we're not even roommates, Tom.
Oh, no, we're not brothers-in-law either. Not even close, honestly.
Good pals.
Yeah. I swear to God, dude, if you think about marrying one of my sisters,
I think about it all the time.
I'll freak out.
But then I'm like, oh, fuck, they're all lesbians.
And I'm engaged. There's so much wrong with this.
Yeah, that'll never work. Lizzie wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, it'd be weird, honestly, if you had a fiance and you were married to one of my sisters.
It'd be kind of a baller move, though.
It'd be cool.
Everybody would be like, damn,
Utah.
how'd he pull that off? I'd
Yeah.
be like, I don't know. Fucking I wear sandals with socks.
Try starting a web series with one of your close friends.
Who has several sisters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how we doing? We're drinking hot Tommies. We're back in Bleecker Street Studios.
We're back in here.
We got L.A. Tom.
Back in the New York groove.
Back in the big city,
Oh,
New York
yeah.
state of mind. This is great.
Yeah, I've been anxious all week.
Sure, city does that.
It is crazy. Like
I haven't slept in 6 months.
Yeah, the energy is insane here. Well, it's also like I do the thing. I did it last time I got here, where like the first week I was here, I was awake till 3 a.m. minimum.
Right.
Every night. Because you can always just go to another spot.
There's another spot to go.
I've been ratting along with our good friend Jeff Asmus to the cellar.
Right.
2 of those nights. That turns into a 2 a.m.er.
Well, because his spots are at 1.
Yeah.
And then when he gets off, you're like, well, let's have a hot Tommy or 2. And then it's 2.
And then also, like, you forget. I mean, you don't forget, but it takes half an hour to get home on the train.
At least.
So then I also did the thing on like Tuesday night where I was hanging with a little group and they were all taking the J and I am staying 4 blocks off the L.
Right.
But I was like, yeah, I can take the J and walk from there.
Sure.
Because I didn't want the hang to end.
Yeah.
Like,
Who's in this hang?
This is John Kennedy, sweet John Kennedy.
Sweet boy.
Jeff Asmus, Wolfgang.
Sure.
Something.
Yeah.
And there was one more. Joey Hamburger. From Minnesota.
Joey Hams, yeah.
Love Joey Hamburger. And yeah, I was like, I just want the hang to keep going.
Right.
So I took the J with them. Then I get off on the Marcy J stop. I got a 25-minute walk.
So for all of our listeners that don't live in New York City, these are trains.
Yeah.
Tom got on the wrong train to keep
just
a
to
hang
hang
alive.
out for an extra 8 minutes.
8. Yeah. Well, it's hard when you're like, I'm having so much fun.
And I was like, yeah, I'll hop on the J.
That'll be fine. I'm sure it's
going
close.
that direction.
Yeah, it'll be in Brooklyn.
And then I'm walking like half an hour at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could be in bed right now.
That's not the look either.
I
Was this
know.
the night that I bailed?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
I wasn't feeling good, Tom. I've been feeling poopy.
Yeah, sorry we're a day late with the pod.
I've been feeling bad. Tom's got a big fat wedding to go to. He's got a big fat Irish wedding.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to get him sick.
Irish. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
See?
Right?
I mean, geez.
I didn't want to get you sick.
I've been feeling, here's the thing. I've been feeling, you know what I've been feeling, Tom?
What?
I've been feeling old.
Whoa. Should we just take a moment?
Like, in just the way that, like, my mind is starting to work.
Oh, talk to me. What's going on?
Well, like, Lizzie and I are walking the other day. I see a guy, he's 22, covered in tattoos. And I looked over at Lizzie. I said, he's not going to want those in 30 years.
Oh, God. You're not. I mean, you're. That's.
I mean,
like,
I'm 35.
That's 55-year-old behavior.
But I'm 35, Tom.
That's not an excuse.
But here's the thing. I truly believe it. Unless he becomes a world-famous musician and or artist, he's going to be working at, like, Denny's, covered in tattoos.
What if he was, like, a good lawyer?
You can't be. Nobody's going to hire you.
Yeah, that's not a thing anymore. That's
Of course it is.
No, people. I know
Thomas.
people who've worked in offices that have plenty of tattoos.
Thomas.
How covered are we talking?
I mean, covered.
Face?
Neck. If your attorney walked in and he had a giant tiger on his neck.
Maybe not lawyer.
How about doctor?
Salesperson.
Sure, sales is fine. Well, it depends.
Why?
You going in? You're going in with a little toss of suit on?
Depends who you're selling to.
Oh boy. I mean, yeah, if you're selling like tattoo ink, but I'm just saying, at some point, these are permanent decisions these kids are making, Tom. I don't know. I'm telling you,
I think it's your position to tell them.
I'm getting
also
old.
No one of our generation is gonna live. The world's gonna end in 20 years, so we're fine.
But you know what? Everyone's been saying that. They've been saying that since World War II.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun way to live.
And we're still around.
Yeah. You said that.
Still here.
Oh. Wait, was that?
Wait, no, that's just.
Oh,
it's just a screensaver.
Sorry, it's my headphones. We're fucking up.
Oh Lord.
I thought.
I was like, well, we're putting on an 8-minute pod. People are gonna be even more pissed. So we're worried about the computer here. It just pooped on us, so we're wondering if it's gonna last.
First time we tried to start recording, so we'll see. You know, everything here is pretty professionally done.
Well, sure. I mean,
With
obviously,
roommates
look
and
at the studio we're in.
Yeah.
I'm in a Tommy Bahama chair right now.
I'm sitting on a. What do we call this again?
That's an ottoman.
It's an ottoman. Yeah.
That's an ottoman. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting old. I want like a nice meal and a warm bed. What is all that about?
Do you not have that?
Well, no. It's like I want like
That's all you're looking for.
I want like a nice, quiet. Like when I walk by a place and it's like booming with music, I'm like, who wants that? Who on earth would want to go into
didn't you
that
already
place?
Earlier this year? Didn't you give your downstairs neighbors a sound warning?
We did.
Yeah, that was the first step.
Well, it was ridiculous.
Should have seen this coming.
Well, no, here's the thing.
I'm getting you a good sweater for Christmas.
Here's the thing. They party on the weekends. You're more than welcome. Friday, Saturday, have your fun. Do your thing. Monday? Tuesday, Tom?
Yeah, we've never done that.
What?
You walked out of my apartment in Chicago at 7 a.m. on a Sunday.
However,
oh, that was a weekend.
That was a weekend, and we weren't like blasting techno. We were probably listening to
We were
like
blasting CCR.
Yeah, but that's so good. But top
Everyone
floor.
enjoys that.
Top floor.
Yeah. My neighbors.
You can't go second floor.
Yeah, I guess.
Blasting me up top.
Does sound travel upwards?
Absolutely.
Is it like heat?
Sound travels everywhere, Tom. You should know that. But here's the thing. They got the subwoofer pushed up against the wall. It's vibrating the whole building.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I told him. I said, hey, look, you could probably take the subwoofer off the wall, and it'd solve a lot of our problems.
And they were just like...
They were actually... You got to give these guys kudos. They've been great.
All right. Good.
They've been great. They're probably 23 years old.
I love a good
They've
neighbor.
been great.
My neighbors in L.A., it's like this quiet family, and I thought they were going to hate us. And they're like the sweetest people in the world.
All you got to do is be like, if you're a reasonable person, like we went down there, we weren't like, turn the fuck, and it was like, hey, and they were like cool about it. They're like, totally, we
you
get
weren't kind of doing a wide
like,
stance.
it wasn't like, where's the weight room thing? It was just like, hey, fellas, like, you see me. And they're like, yeah, you look tired. And I'm like, I'm fucking pooped right now.
They're like, here's some fucking eye cream.
Like, somebody,
Jesus
can we get this? Get him. What do you want, some Molly? What do we do? You got to wake your ass up. You look exhausted, friend. I was like, I am exhausted.
I'm so tired, and I hate your music. Will you at least put on Bob Seger?
Something. Give me Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. Something I can tap my goddamn toe to. But this EDM shit, Tom, that's another thing where I'm like, how do these kids enjoy this music?
Is that the voice you use when you go old man?
That's my old man voice. No, it's like, how do these kids? That's more old.
Enjoy this goddamn music.
That's not music. That's just noise. Insolent noise.
Man, it is kind of weird. Like I feel like we grew up on like classic rock. We had similar, approaches to this, and that was old then. But like, it's still kind of my favorite music.
It's still super good. I didn't grow up on classic rock.
Oh,
Lizzie
you didn't?
did. No.
Oh, so
I grew
when
up
did
on
you
like
become like a Seeger
oldies.
and CCR fan?
That's all Lizzie.
Whoa.
Lizzie introduced me to that whole world.
Oh, shout out Liz.
Yeah. She got me into the band first. We were heading out. We were driving to what is that face?
Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Yeah, Springsteen wrote it.
But they did it way better.
No, God, his version's so much better.
Jesus Christ. Ask the entire world, Tom.
Yeah, well, see him live. Watch him play it live acoustic one time.
Yeah, I would,
It'll
but he's
change your
dead,
life.
so I can't.
He's not dead.
You might as well be.
No, he's touring. He just put out a video that really bummed me
Is he trying to be
out.
young?
Yeah, dude. I might have to show you this.
Is he trying to like dance and be
No,
cool?
he like looks way too hot.
See, like, just embrace what's happening to you. But here's the thing: he came up as a hot guy. These
But he
guys
was a
have
hot,
trouble letting
rugged
go.
guy.
These guys have trouble, like.
Look at him. He looks like an old school crooner.
I don't know. I think that's pretty age appropriate.
I don't know. It's like he's like clearly just.
I mean, no, he's wearing like a suit. He's like his hair's normal. I thought he was gonna be like wearing a bandana and like a leather jacket.
No, that's what his look is. That's what I wish he was doing.
No, I like kind
That's
of
the-
leaning into like the Sinatra thing. I think that's very age
It
appropriate.
doesn't fit the music though, because he's still like, I grew up in a steel mill.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
Pretty good, Bruce. Also, that
Actually,
that sounded
top-tier
good
Bruce,
in the headphones.
That was really, really good. It's not gonna sound too good on the listen back.
No,
but
no.
live that was pretty decent.
But
But
that-
I would say the look is age appropriate, but it probably doesn't match the music.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's still doing. I mean, he admits it, but he just makes up stories about blue collar America.
That's incredible.
It's
incredible that people let him get away with that.
He did a one man show on Broadway, and there was like one of his opening riffs was like, I have
my
never
life has
had
never
a
been
day.
hard.
He's like, I've never had a day job. He was like, this is my first day job working on Broadway, and he's like, I hate it, but he's like, I've sang about blue collar shit my whole life, and I made it all up.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Why not? Well, that's like CCR. They sing about Louisiana all the time. They're like Canadian and California people.
Yeah, isn't Fogarty from like San Francisco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Whoa, bayou living." And you're like, "Well, dude, your voice is
Born on
incredible.
the
So I'm
bayou."
gonna let
Yeah.
you have it."
But he does do the voice. He does the accent.
Oh, for sure.
That's hilarious.
He does he sounds like the assistant coach on The Water Boy
The water
sometimes.
boy. Why down no Bobby Boucher?
And you're like, where are you from? He's like, Sacramento, actually.
Looking at my back. No one from Sacramento talks like
No,
that.
not even close. Well, that's a lot of the band guys. Some are from Canada,
Well, fuck them. I hate the band.
but they make a good tune. How dare you? How dare you?
No, I just hate. I despise that everyone thinks that is a band original song.
Well, that's just them being uninformed. It's not like the band ever sells that as our song. It's like
Yeah, it's
everyone
not their
knows
fault.
Seeger wrote it.
But I can hate them for it.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's a good reason to hate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you should just find reasons to hate everything, Tom. That's a healthy way to live.
Yeah, dude. A big segment of our pod is Zero of the Week.
Yeah, but that's other people imposing their zero-ness into us. You're out here looking.
I am looking. I might have found a zero 2 nights ago.
Ooh, yeah.
But I can't tell if it's too goofy to be a zero. So let me see what you think here.
Lay it on me.
So I'm in Joe's Pizza in Williamsburg. It's been a real healthy week for me.
Top tier za, though.
This is like 1 a.m. I was grabbing a slice. God, I love saying that in New
Grabbing
York.
a quick slice. Hey,
grabbing
remember
a
when I
slice.
met you in Williamsburg? You're like, meet me at Joe's. And I
Yeah.
had like just done a show.
Yes.
I was on the train. I was back in Brooklyn. I was feeling amazing. And you're like, meet me at Joe's. And I'm like, I'll be there in 5. And I walked right past it and walked about 9 blocks in the wrong direction.
But we
Came
got
back, you were
slices.
just holding the coldest pizza of all time.
Yeah, I was like, it was pretty good. Just
pretty
5
good,
minutes
but,
ago.
you know, I don't know. It was still
So,
tasty. So go ahead.
I
You're at
love
Joe's.
that place. I'm in there. I'm waiting for my pizza to warm up, and this guy comes in, and he was like doing a New York character, which was in Goodfellas or like or Sopranos, any of those shows. It's always like, hey, Tony, how we doing? How's the family? What's
Sure.
up? This guy literally comes in and he's like, fellas, how we doing tonight? And they kind of aren't reacting. He goes up to the cashier. He's like, hey, how's the family? And the guy's like,
I'm
good.
21. You
He
asked me
goes-
about my mom?
He literally goes, good, man. Like, not matching his energy at all. And I was like, is this how he lives? Or do you think he was like, I'm getting a slice.
It's time to turn on
Doing
New York
a New
guy.
York thing. This is what you do in New York.
Well, here's the question.
Yeah.
Is that one that's been around since like 1952? Or is that like a new one that's like got the old feel?
I don't know actually the right answer. Joe's has been around for forever.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's the original location. In Williamsburg, probably not.
Probably not.
I think it's in Manhattan. So that I have no idea how long that one's been open.
Yeah, I mean, if you just have some 22-year-old back there, you can't pop in like, oh!
And don't say, how's the family, if you clearly don't know his family.
You don't know his family?
He literally said, good, man.
Good.
then
Do
he's
you
like,
know how they are?
it'll be $4.50.
He's like, come on, you can't give me a friends and family. This guy, I've been coming here for 6 months. Just moved here from Montana. You're like, why are you doing this
More of
voice?
a part-time gig. I'm kind of in town consulting for a little bit, from Bismarck, North
You're
Dakota.
like, what is this accent? I'm not gonna toss a 0 at the
Okay,
guy.
yeah, that's right. Because it was just goofy. It was
What
just
was he wearing?
hilarious. He was wearing like a
Short, squatty guy.
Yeah, he was pretty average size, but he was wearing like a
Hair slick back?
like a little bit losing his hair, but he's wearing not a bomber. What's the maybe a bomber, but like
blazer?
Well, no, like it might have said like Yankees on the front.
Oh,
You know, with the striped.
Yeah. That's kind of a bomber,
It's
right?
kind of a bomber adjacent, almost a letter jacket, but not quite.
Sure, pretty shiny though.
Very shiny.
Yeah,
shiny navy blue.
Yes, of course.
Yes. I don't know if it was Yankees or not. I can't remember, but it was like a shiny navy blue, like bombery sports jacket.
Yeah.
And he just comes in like yelling. So yeah, it's not a 0, but it was very goofy and fun to see. I was like having a hard time not laughing.
Well, because you're like, does he even live around here?
It felt so fake.
Feels like a Heidecker move.
It absolutely. I was like, there could
This
be a
is
camera
bit.
in here for sure.
Yeah. We're not gonna toss a 0 at the
All right,
guy
that's
because he
not our
was
0.
being friendly.
He was being very friendly. It did not get reciprocated.
Well, the guy, he's like, what are you talking
He said, "How's the family?"
I wish the guy would have answered honestly. He's like, oh, my mom's fucking crazy as shit. You know that.
Thanks for asking. Or if he's like, yeah, I know you've never met them, but like really bad. He still
brothers-
wanted to open up.
Brother's back in rehab. We just can't get a grip on what he's doing anymore. You know, sister's still with Alan. We fucking hate Alan. He's such a prick.
They're staying together more so for the kids.
For the kid. I don't know why they had that kid.
I mean, God bless.
They thought it was
going
to save the marriage. People had a kid to save the marriage.
Now I'm taking extra shifts because I kind of feel responsible.
Ever since my dad died, I'm kind of the man of the house.
It's like, what am I supposed to do? Not take. Anyways, it'll be $4.50.
That'll be $4.
And I just stop writing down all the notes. I'm like bawling in the back of the pizza shop.
You want any like garlic knots with that, or
Fuck.
you want like a Coke? I don't know, dude. Fucking hate my family. I quit.
You know what? I don't need to
I
support
don't
them.
even need this. This
You're
job
right, dude.
sucks.
I don't need to support.
Where are you from? I'm moving to Bismarck.
Oh man. I hope people follow when we do those things.
I think so,
Okay, good.
because we really take a deep dive into them sometimes.
Like if someone accidentally fast forwarded in the middle of that, and I'm like, I guess I have to kind of support the kid. They're like,
Or it's like,
Jesus,
what the hell happened to Tom? Boy, L.A. ruined this man. Yeah. Or if they just dive right in when I'm like, I think Confederate statues are good.
Have you said that?
No, we had a deep bit like how I spend my free time is going around trying to protect the Confederate statues.
Yeah. How is that going, by the way?
I'm losing the battle.
Really?
Well, they're just chunking them into these rivers, Tom.
Here's the thing: you can lose the battle, but you need to win the war.
Bingo. I'm not winning that either. Apparently, Christopher Columbus, not a good guy.
What?
Apparently. This is what the word on the street is.
But
not in the history books, Tom.
It's
History books won't tell you that.
No, but the streets. You're more.
You got to read a fucking real book, dude. You got to read some Howard Zinn for that shit, Tom.
You got to read the people, bro.
People's History of America, Tom. You ever crack that one open? Blow your fucking mind.
Oh my God! But it's so cute when you say in 1492 Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Yeah. And then after that, it's like, I don't know how you rhyme like raped and pillaged everybody.
1493.
Pretty dark stuff.
He raped a lot.
There's a lot of rape. Not a cute look from my good friend Christopher.
Oh, he's a really, really bad guy. Well, that's like Minnesota. Most of like a lot of shit is named after like old generals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a lot of stuff is being renamed right now because there were massacres of the Native Americans in Minnesota that were like real dark. I grew up swimming in this lake called Lake Calhoun. Turns out that guy, one of the worst.
Not great.
Not. But here's the thing. They keep naming them. They rename them like Native American names.
Yeah.
That are about 400 characters long, one word. So it's real hard to
Why don't we
not
just
call
meet,
it.
just meet with like, call it State
Call
Street.
it like Lake Good Lake.
Yeah, just call it pretty deep. It's just a pretty deep lake.
Oh, Lake Medium Deep?
Yeah. We just stocked this lake.
Because it's like, I want to get on board with the change. I don't want to call it this murderer's name.
Yeah, but you also don't want to
Plus,
have
I
to
can't
learn a new
remember.
language.
Yeah.
I understand, Tom. I
Thanks,
understand.
dude. Thanks for understanding. Speaking of name changes,
Oh,
look at this
boy.
seamless transition.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
I am feeling the pressure. I'm really thinking about it. Listeners, call in
Dial in.
and send
Call
me a
your
DM.
congressman.
Definitely call your congressman about this, to be honest, because it will be on the ballot in 2024.
4.
That was a quick. See that?
2024.
I think I'm gonna start going by Tommy Brennan. maybe next week.
This is where I wish we had like a sound effect machine.
And it was just you going, God, fuck.
Yeah, we're just like.
I know,
so
you
are
were the
gonna-
first person I called about it.
Are you gonna ask your friends to call you this, or is this just a stage thing?
No, how would I ask you that?
Well, no, like if I was like, oh, this is my friend Tom, are you gonna be like, hey, Tommy Brennan?
In the comedy world,
Oh yeah,
for sure.
yeah, I guess so.
Right? That's the smart move.
I guess.
Here's context for people who are at home beside themselves right now.
I mean, somebody just tossed a glass right up against the wall.
he said,
Babe, what's wrong?
he said you never changed.
The young man's changing his name.
It's not even going to be the young man Tom Schnee
Tom
anymore.
Schnee. You can't call him Tom Schnee
That
anymore.
is actually the saddest part.
I'm still calling you the young man Tom Schnee.
Yeah, that's
If
fine.
you think that's changing,
Well,
you
yeah.
got another thing coming.
But
Tom.
here's the thing. You've called me that on stage. You have to stop doing that.
That was one time, and that was truly an honest mistake.
It's the biggest show of my life.
That was a huge mistake.
I can't believe you brought me on stage.
Came out of my mouth.
The young man Tom Schnee. I have it on video. Unbelievable.
Just it's like one of those things you just fall into a groove of like the things you say.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anyway, back to your stupid name.
All right. It is stupid. It's
Oh,
the
I
most
love it.
I'm going to be made fun. It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever had to do.
It's a slippery slope. If you want to talk logical fallacies here, Tom.
Okay.
It's a slippery slope. This is the only thing I'm concerned with. You're out in L.A. You've been there for a month. You already changed your name.
3 months.
Okay, in 2 months, what are you gonna dye your hair green and
If it's good for the brand, maybe.
the brand? See,
You know, if
That's
it's good for the
scary.
program, for sure.
oh, that scares
I'll
the
do anything.
shit out of me.
No, here's context. I
God, in 10 years, you're gonna have this crazy looking mug shot, and people are gonna be like, "The crazy story behind the young man."
Hey, dude, all press is good press.
Oh God,
Yeah, there's nothing you're saying here sounds bad to me.
he's already a monster.
Absolutely. The monster was within me. I just went to LA and found a key.
Oh fuck! All right, keep going. Tommy Brennan, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God. I hate when you say it because you're so sarcastic about
know.
it. It's so brutal. I mean, I really called you to try to talk through it.
Well, hey, what I tell you? I told you my thoughts, and then I said, but if it does give you an advantage, you have to do it.
Here's the thing.
Did I not say that?
Yeah, you did say that.
Thank
but I'd like to not give you credit.
Well, I know that, Tom. Trust me. I know that. But here's the thing. There is a long line of actors that have been held back by their names. Like
Don't do
Joaquin
this.
Phoenix
Don't
has
do
had a
this.
very hard time getting work because he has a weird name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix, he hadn't been in anything.
Do you know what the beginning of his career was like?
Yeah. Very successful.
Right away?
Right away.
Bummer.
Leonardo DiCaprio, incredibly tough time. You know who else
That's
had a bad
not a hard
time?
name to pronounce.
Javier Bardem, incredibly bad time.
Leonardo DiCaprio is not a hard name to pronounce.
It's like 48 syllables.
You can't pronounce it any other way.
Schneeman. The Schnee.
Dude, have you heard the names people say?
The
for
young
me?
man.
Last night, brutal. That got brought up on stage, Schneeman.
Yeah, but like, who's bringing up Javier Bardem and nailing it?
All I'm saying, their point was honestly just like everything that I do is like around Tommy. That's how all my social medias, everything is around Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, Schneeman just kind of steals the spotlight a little bit. Tommy Brennan is so smooth.
Schneeman steals the spotlight.
Yeah, it's like Tommy. People literally like Tommy's. What? How do you say your last name again?
So wouldn't Tommy be stealing this? Because it's like Tommy.
Right. It should be. The focus should be on Tommy.
Okay.
Because there's not a ton of Tommies in comedy either. I think we could kind of.
No Tommy in comedy. Oh, that almost rhymes.
I thought about going by Tomedy.
Give it up for Tommy Tomedy, everybody.
Just one, and people are like, "What?" It was so easy. It's just one letter.
Tommy. I guess there are no. I don't know a guy named Tommy.
Wait, who's Tommy Davidson? Isn't that a guy?
I don't know.
Okay,
Can't be that
he's
good.
I think he was like a '90s comic or something.
Oh no,
God,
I
I'm gonna
don't
get
know.
in
I probably
trouble.
came up with him at some point.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, so here's another Q.
Yeah.
Stands for question.
Thank you.
So like if you change, this is like a forever thing.
But it's not a legal thing. I'm not changing my name.
So, like, at some point, would you ever just be like, hey, you can, like, call me Schneeman again?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, I don't know. If things go poorly, yeah. Like if I'm interviewing for a retail associate job in 10 years, I'm not going to be like, "Hey, can you call me Tommy Brennan?"
Still,
by the way?
let's come on, show me a little
I know
respect.
my passport says Schneeman, but let's
keep it with Brennan.
If you're saying my name over the loudspeaker because there's a cleanup on aisle 4, I'm going to need you to say Brennan.
Here's the thing that makes me better. It makes me better. It makes me feel better. It is your middle name.
It's my middle name. It's my grandma's maiden
your grandma's
name.
name.
It's my godson's name.
That makes it
a family
far
name.
less gross.
Yeah.
Unless if you were to like change your name to like Buck Naked or something, I would hate that.
Tommy Blaze.
Tommy Blaze. I mean, that's full kill yourself juice.
Yeah. No, I don't. I hate that. It literally came up because my manager was like, what is your middle name, by the way? And I was like, Brennan. And she goes, have you ever thought? And I go, yes, of course I've thought about it.
That's so weird. I've never had, and my name sucks so many dick and balls.
Oh, yeah. Well, we haven't had a dick and balls in a while.
Come on. Got to bring it back.
There we go. Free
I'm trying
hot
to make
dogs.
sure you don't forget your roots, Tom.
Yeah, dude. No, I've already
Remember
forgot.
dick
Yeah.
and balls?
Yeah.
Come on. The DeKalb Oasis, Tom? You remember all these things?
If Panda's open. Tipsy. I'm like, was Panda me or you?
Let's see. What were we talking about?
Dick and balls.
Oh, yeah. My cock and balls.
Name. You have a shitty name. But you have an easy name.
Tim Smith is easy. Tim Smith, I think I've said this ad nauseum. I would say Tim Smith is so generic. It's kind of unique.
I agree. Because every time you say Tim Smith, people are like, Tim Smith.
Yeah.
It is.
And everybody knows exactly, oh, yeah, that fuck over there.
And I don't actually know another Tim Smith.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Not one person knows another Tim
Isn't
Smith.
there a national comic? Tim Smith.
No, he's like this older guy we just like make fun of. Anyway, totally not you, man. Love you if you come headline the club.
Story?
Have we not told it on this?
I don't think so.
So,
it's kind of an incredible story. I don't think we could get in trouble for that.
let's see. Do I remember the story though? So
You were getting bullied online.
I was getting so I was headlining a club. Can we say the club?
No.
I was headlining a club. I want to do that thing where I'm like, I'm not gonna say the name.
Yeah,
but
God.
it rhymes with Schmelta Airlines.
I saw that last night again in a real way. Obviously,
Mike Birbiglia did that in
on
1996.
Yeah.
And people are still doing that
still
joke.
doing it. I saw it. It was listen, I was in this shitty city, and obviously I don't want to talk shit about any cities, but when I landed at Miami International, which I feel bad I just quoted the joke exactly, but whatever. It's not going to get back to this person.
All right, who was it?
I hated it.
Well,
It was just a
you
New
should.
York
That should
comic.
be visceral hate.
Yeah.
That should be met with booze and hissing. Hiss.
And it, you know what sucks is in the right crowd, it gets a laugh every time.
Well, yeah, at a club crowd,
Yeah.
they love that shit.
Yeah. This was in the back of a sad New York bar, so it did not.
Yeah, that one. I mean, even the guys at the bar that aren't into comedy, they're like, "That's pretty hack."
Birbiglia did that like 20 years ago.
Come on, that's on Two Drink Mike. We all know that.
Anyways, you're headlining this club about a week out.
Headline. They asked me to come headline the club.
Yeah.
We're going down to Nashville.
Yeah, we're about a week away from the show.
They start posting on their Instagram. What is it about? Why do people hate me, Tom? There's truly something about it's my face or my dick and balls.
Yeah, it could be your dick and balls.
There's a combination of like my face, my maybe a lower voice, and a very sarcastic tone.
It's the sarcastic tone, probably. They think you have the upper hand.
Your eyes are too close together.
Wait, where was that again?
Madison.
Oh, yeah.
People, I bring out a demon in people.
Just a complete stranger walks up to you. Your eyes are too close together.
No, she was friends with the other girl
From the show.
that I kind of
Yeah.
went in. Yeah, I'm like, why was she mad at me? I like roasted her for 10 minutes. We talk about therapy all the time. I think that's my big reason to go to therapy. I'm like, what am I doing?
Let me figure out why I'm...
There's something I'm putting into the ether, and people are going, I'm going to attack this guy.
I'd like to kind of ruin his week.
I'm going to try to make him feel bad.
Yeah. So they just posted out of the blue a few pictures of you.
Oh, that's right.
That just said, how old is it? Or no.
No. It was a poll.
It was a
poll. And it was, is this... Wait. Is this a guy
comic-
in his 20s?
Oh yeah.
Or no?
It was a cool guy in his 20s
Or just like a
or someone in their 50s.
it was like or just a regular
Old guy. That's what it was. Is this a cool guy in his 20s or just a regular old guy?
So this is the club that I'm about to go headline.
And this is out of nowhere, kind of middle of the night. Like
Posted at like 2 in the morning.
a.m. Yeah.
So I see that and I'm like, okay, that's like fun ribbing.
Remember
I
you
guess.
sent it to me.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, this is kind of weird.
This is odd.
Yeah.
But like I'm friends with almost exclusively assholes. So I'm like, okay, like I'm not mad at that. So I'm like trying to think of a fun little thing to do. And then another notification pops up. Now they're taking screenshots
Of a roommates-in-law
of roommates-in-law sketches and circling my gray hair and like saying shit like, look how old this piece of shit is. On their Instagram.
It was like 4 in a row.
I'm headlining the club in 1 week, Tom.
It was
So-
like 4 in a row of just like, hey, doesn't he look bad?
Isn't this guy fucking gross to you? So I'm like, okay. So it's like 4 or 5 of those in a row. And I'm seeing them all, on Instagram when it's a messenger. You can see it's a scene,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So then they post right after that. They circle it and they say, where it says seen by me, and they go, ooh, he mad.
Yeah.
No, he ain't mad. He confused.
He confused as hell. If we're going to do Black Voice Comedy Club,
Comedy club with locations in Dubuque and Chicago.
he mad.
Oh, he
No.
mad as hell.
It's like,
Oh,
no.
I'm lost.
Yeah, I was asleep 5 minutes ago,
So-
and now I'm getting bullied like I'm in 8th grade.
So I hit up the person that asked me to do the shows.
Oh, yeah.
That asked me to travel several miles
With your good pal, Tom.
with my good pal Tom Schnee,
Bren.
my good pal Brandon,
What if I just went Brennan Schneeman?
Brendan Schneeman.
Drop the Tom.
Drop the Tom.
Yeah. The young Bren Schnee.
Give it up for Schneeman, Bren. I like that.
Yeah, that sounds like an old school Scottish name.
Now we got something going here.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Anyways.
So I hit up the booker and I'm like, hey, I love a nice little riff. Who would love a riff, Tom?
I know if there's one thing my pal Tim Smith likes.
Give me a motherfucking riff
It's a
in this
riff.
life of mine.
Absolutely.
And I was like, hey, this was odd. Like at 3 a.m.
Felt mean.
This felt like a coke or alcohol-induced decision-making.
Yeah.
And so this is where we all come up. We mentioned this lie earlier about the old Tim Smith.
Oh, yes.
This is where this lie comes in. Listeners, tune in. Tell me if you think this is believable at all.
Yeah.
I get an email back, and it goes, jeez. So apparently somebody in the staff
Got a hold
got
of
a
the
hold of
Instagram
our
account.
Instagram. And there's a comic in Nashville named Tim Smith, and he's like really old. And we call him the old Tim Smith. And we call you the young Tim Smith.
God.
And they must have just gotten those confused.
Oh, my God.
And you know what I had to do, Tom?
Yeah, to say,
I
all
had to,
good?
I had to send an email back going, could have happened to anyone.
I mean,
I had to send an email back going, totally understand.
this industry is so fucked.
I
we have
mean-
no power at all. You have to just be like, damn, that's wild.
Damn. Man, is the old Tim Smith hilarious?
Yeah. Is he okay? Because like that would have been mean to him
That
too.
would have been kind of just mean to anybody. You fuck.
It actually would have been way meaner if the guy was actually old.
He's like actually old. So what's wild? This is what the whole thing. This is what was the most insulting.
yeah.
Is they don't think I can type the name Tim Smith
Into Google.
the internet.
Tim,
Can't do it.
You Google Tim Smith comedy, Tim Smith
comedy,
Nashville, Tim Smith. Yeah.
On Facebook, Instagram.
Old Tim Smith.
Old Timmy Smith.
Nah.
Nothing.
It's all you.
Just me.
Yeah.
The oldest man on planet Earth.
That's what it says on your Wikipedia now.
And I just say, you know what we did? We went down there. We had a couple of terrible shows.
We had some bad shows.
A girl that did a guest spot now writes for Saturday Night Live.
That's true.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was just a really
That was
dark
when,
time.
we got drink tickets, and we're sitting after getting the shit kicked out of us on stage. Do you remember how I closed the first show too? I told my closer, and you were right next to the stage.
Oh yeah,
and it got nothing.
It went to 0.
And I just turned and looked at you, and you were kind of like, "Uh-oh."
Like, oh fuck! I'm about to do 45 brutal minutes.
I was like, I literally whipped my head around. I was like, "Did you see that?"
I was so close to being like, "That's the closer."
Hey guys, clap.
That shit hits everywhere.
Oh man, but anyways, then right after that, after we get the shit kicked out of us for an hour and a half, we're sitting at the bar with drink tickets, and you go.
And this is the time after you get the shit beat out of you on stage where you're like, "How about a couple of Bud Lights?
At least we're here with our best friend.
Why don't we just have a decent night?
Have a couple of drinks and call it a night." And you ordered a beer and put the drink ticket down. And he goes, "Drink tickets ended 4 minutes ago."
Oh, sorry, those are expired.
Those ended at 10:30. It's 10:34.
And I was like, I just headlined the club.
You just turned to me and you go, "It's nice to feel at home." Or they really make you feel at home.
That's a pretty good line.
It was really fun. It made me laugh so hard because it was like, of course that happened.
Of course, that's what's going on.
After you got cyberbullied by them all week.
Cyberbullied, terrible shows, drink tickies canceled. I'll tell you what, the Comedy Saloon really knows how to make you feel at home.
Yeah, that's the place. A letter fell off the wall.
Hit a lady in the head. I mean, this place, what the fuck was going on there?
There's a reason it's closed.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be in jail here
That was
shortly.
one of the funniest. Yeah, just it's nice to feel at home. God, it's so funny.
So then I'm like, all right, let me pay for this Bud Light. And he's like, that'll be $16.
$16, and you have to tip too.
Jesus fucking Christ! They hand me my check, and it's $18. yeah. Oh boy,
God.
what a cool decision we've made.
This industry is really kind of it's kind of fucked.
But we had a couple of really what the fuck are we doing text threads going here recently, Tom.
Yeah, we have. I've had some. I've had mostly fun ones, I guess, this past week. But
I was about to say, I've come. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not gonna lie to you either.
No, we never lie to the listeners.
Would never lie to you, dude.
He's for the majority of you, which is audio only.
Oh, right.
Tim just did a pretty cool point at the camera,
direct to camera,
and it was a cool point.
It was. I mean,
it's cool. Head tilt.
I'm gonna say this. I was in a dark place.
Yeah.
For a minute.
After.
Just for but here's the thing that makes me feel better is everyone's like, yeah, New York does that to you.
Yeah.
And everyone that was like, you're going to New York, good luck, pal. I was always like, whatever, pussy, like it'll be fine. New York there's something about it where it gets inside of your bones.
Yeah.
And it just shakes you to your core.
And it says, we own you now.
You're mine now. And you kind of are.
You are a product of New York now.
You just are.
Yeah.
And I think you got to get to that other side.
Well, it can be really good and bad.
Well, it's a concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Everybody knows that.
That's true. That's one of your oldest lines, and I liked it.
Yeah, I've always said that.
I stole that from your act one time, but
that's not the only thing you stole from it. But
10 out of 10.
But I think I'm getting, and this is gonna sound so terrible to say.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm coming clean here, Tom. We're on the pod.
Yeah.
We haven't live podded in I don't know how long.
3 months.
I was doing sets, having very good fun sets, and just couldn't wait to leave.
Yeah.
Just nothing after the set. Lizzie, did you have fun? I was like, no.
What, were you stuck in
I don't know what it was.
Not doing new shows? What?
No, I was doing new shows. I was doing I was at Gotham. I went and had an unbelievable show at Gotham.
Oh, yeah.
Got off stage, just couldn't eat. I just left immediately.
I
didn't hang, didn't do anything, didn't say hello, didn't try to schmoo. I couldn't wait to leave.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. And then I think I hit a corner this past weekend.
What happened?
Well, I was going to do seshcomedy.com // comedy time.
Yeah.
And those are both red.
Yeah, that should be.
Okay. And I got up, had a great set, and then got off and felt good.
Well, there we go.
And then I went and did a show at Tiny Cupboard the next night. Same thing. Got up, had a ton of fun, and felt good after.
Well, good, dude. Cheers.
But that's what was freaking me out is I was having good sets.
But you've been in ruts before like that.
Different rut.
I have.
This was more of like a Paul Rutt.
Oh,
It was very serious.
damn, like early career Paul Rutt.
Yeah. I would say late career Paul Rutt. He's more serious now.
I guess. Yeah. He was more goofy.
A big goofball.
Yeah, earlier
Clueless.
on. Yeah, 40-Year-Old Virgin was he.
No, this is 40. That's a very serious Paul Rutt.
Oh yeah. That's a dark movie. Have you watched Living with Yourself?
I think I tried to.
It's the Paul Rudd movie where there's two versions
Where he
of
like
himself.
clones himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a dark one.
That's dark.
That one character is just fully suicidal.
Yes, I'm into that. I like a nice dark Paul Rutt.
Yeah.
But I went from having good sets and feeling nothing and being like, who gives a flying hoot?
Yeah.
To having good sets and then being like, oh yeah, this is fun. I'm
doing
enjoying
this.
myself.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you think you changed anything? Do you think there's any learnings we can extrapolate here?
I would say, you know what I think it was?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
It was what?
No, I don't.
Oh, it was.
don't know why I said
You
yeah.
gotta kind of look at it from 30,000 feet.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like dreading going to Manhattan and doing a show with a bunch of great comics in a packed room.
Yeah.
And then if you go to 30,000 feet and you go, that's kind of the coolest thing of all time.
Well, it's. I know we've talked about this, but I do have to tell myself this almost every day. Is like if you could go back 5 years ago,
and
grab young Timmy Smith and say, "Hey, dude, in 5 years, you're gonna be on a lineup with XYZ. You're gonna have a great set." You'd be like, "Yeah, I'll take that."
Yeah, that
you're gonna
sounds
be living
amazing.
in New York.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'll take that.
You live in New York. You're doing these New York shows.
Yeah.
Everyone on the show has a late night credit.
Yeah.
You're not scared at all or intimidated by it like you would be 3
Yeah.
or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You're just up there cooking. I don't know. I just I looked at
the
it.
zoom out is big.
Yeah. You got to zoom out. I think that was
That's-
the big thing. I looked at it through a different lens and I was like, oh no, this is very, very fun.
Yeah.
Instead of like the stressed out, like, instead of looking at like, I'm the only guy without a credit as a bad thing, it's almost like it's cool that I'm the only guy with it. 'Cause
So
I'm
much
like,
cooler.
I'm here without that.
Yeah.
It's
I got
fun.
here without doing 5 on Fallon.
Yeah, which
That no one saw.
would love to do.
Yeah, I would love to. Jimmy, if you're
Come on,
listening,
Jimmy, we're so
please,
sorry. We never went to. We would never
I would love to.
disparage you on the internet. But I don't know. I just started feeling better, so I'm like, I got more juice in me. I'm like more excited. I think I was just looking at it through the wrong lens.
Yeah. I mean, we do that all the time, comedy brain. It's
Right.
so easy to get in that. I mean, I was in LA for like a month and I was like, this might have been a huge mistake.
Oh, absolutely.
And I would like talk to people and I'm like, yeah, I just feel like I'm not moving as quick as like I was hoping.
And they're like, "What did you
And
expect?"
you've been here for you're not unpacked.
Yeah. Like you still have your boxes that got that Ace Ventura delivered.
I still didn't unpack one of those because it's like my winter clothes. And it's just constantly hilarious every time I look in my closet.
I mean, there's like a little bit of blood in
It's
there. You're like,
ripped
"That's
to
not
shred.
my
There
blood."
is a dead animal in
Yeah.
there. And I never got the refund.
No, they don't give a shit about you.
USPS absolutely body bagged me in the chat. I mean, when she said that it weighed too much, and I said, "Do you know how much it weighed?" and she said, "No." I mean, there's nothing I can do to compete with that.
Yeah, she's like, "What difference does that make?"
That's a level of what's the word I'm looking for? Not
Apathy.
indifference
Yeah.
or apathy. Yeah, actually, apathy is a great choice there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that. That's a level of apathy that you rarely come across in the wild.
Because they're like, "What are you gonna do about it?"
Yeah,
I don't give a shit, and there's nothing you can do.
I'll lie right to your face.
Yeah.
What are
And
you
a
gonna-
bad lie, too.
Yeah.
It's not even like Machiavellian clever thing.
No, it was.
Like gaslight, make it think it's your fault. She's just like, yeah, I'm going to say something dumb.
She's like, "Oh, well, the box was too heavy."
So, oh, really? How much was it? I don't fucking know.
I don't know why would you ask me
I'll
that?
tell you how heavy it was. Too heavy.
And then it's like she gave me some email that I could follow up with, sent them an email, never heard back.
I mean, these companies are kind of diabolical. So Lizzie and I had these flights. I think I told you this. And
Oh yeah.
they
when the guy-
we never got refunded.
Oh, after that was a hero of the week.
That was our hero.
And you never got it.
I think my man just said, yeah, sure. Got us off the phone and then didn't refund anything.
God, diabolical.
And then you know what we did?
Sucks.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do.
You didn't get like travel credits. You didn't. Did you check like your travel?
I
bank?
mean, I don't know if we've done enough research, but I didn't see it hit the account.
I found that out. I thought I got refunded to my card one time by United, and then I found out it's just sitting
just
in like
points.
a travel credit somewhere.
Okay, so maybe we need to do a little more R search.
Maybe do a little
little R&D.
Yeah, D&D.
little Dungeons
play
and
a
Dragons.
little bit of Dungeons and Dragons.
So maybe that's what happened. That would make me feel a lot better because we have some flights coming up.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay for them.
No, they suck right now.
Do you ever remember like, ooh, I'm about to go do something fun, and then you're like, oh, I got to pay for flights.
Yeah. Like, oh, that vacation is going to be so
And you're like,
expensive.
oh, fuck.
It's going to cost so much.
You're going to hate this. We're going to D.C. To go see some friends, and we're going to see a band, the band, cover band.
God. Oh, it's a cover band of the cover band?
They're not a cover band.
They're a cover band.
Oh, get out of my
They're
face
most
with this
famous
bullshit.
for a cover.
No, they're not. You just don't know enough about them.
You don't
Leave
think
on
Atlantic
Helm.
City is the biggest song that
Yeah,
they?
I don't know. Ophelia's huge. The Last Waltz is
Sure.
legendary.
That was a Lumineers song first. Though.
They have a bunch of bangers.
I
Leave
wish
on
I
Helm
committed
was,
to that bit a
was
little
the
bit
man.
more.
So we're going to see some friends. You know, it's nice. I've seen a couple of friends recently. Like
Good, dude.
from the
Like
old
friends.
days.
Yeah, dude,
Like-
you are sounding older than you've ever sounded.
I know, Tom. I'm feeling it. And you know what's scary? It's like a genuine feeling.
Ah, man.
I'm like nostalgia. I'm like, I want to see it.
We're drinking hot toddies right
drinking
now.
hot
This is not
toddies,
helping.
talking about the band.
And you're like, I've seen some old friends
Oh,
of
so
mine lately.
and I was about to say, these are friends from 8th grade.
We used to walk to school and stop by the soda fountain together.
Get a sody pop together. Sody pop.
I remember my grandma would give me a nickel. I'd pay for the whole gang.
I mean, I don't know what's happening. I am turning. You can feel it. It's a visceral thing.
Okay, it's also getting a little chillier, so maybe the bones are just creaking a little bit.
Maybe my bones are cracking.
Also,
a
you
little bit.
haven't been Jim Smith.
I have not been Jim Smith.
That could be it.
Well, I started Job Smith. Here's the thing. I can't do more than one thing at once.
I gotta have one other thing going on.
It's a triangle. You get to pick. It's like
Yeah.
comedy, job, comedy, gym.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
gym, job.
Jim
or
Job Smith.
gym, comedy. I can't do anything, Tom.
Oh my god.
So right now I'm job, comedy, gym's out.
Your job comedy Smith. You need to get back to GymJob Smith. No, wait, no, don't rule out comedy.
Yeah, then comedy's out.
Don't be Jim Job.
Jim Job.
Jim Job is the
kills
worst.
himself.
That is one of the worst combos. It's also every zero of the week.
Jim Job gets dark quickly.
Yeah.
So I can't do three things.
No. I'm right there with you. I'm not working out much. I'm taking runs, but only when it gets desperate, and I like it's a mental health run.
Sure.
Like I'm not running because
Yeah.
I'm like this. God, this
It's
sounds
time
like a
for my
bit.
run.
But I'm not. Yeah, I'm not like oh, gotta grab a workout before.
Yeah.
I'm like I am having a mental breakdown, and I need to be away from my phone and my computer.
Let me go run this thing out.
Yeah.
Let me go sweat this thing out.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have to be. These are the people that can do like job, gym, comedy, relationship. These are like the 1%.
Oh, yeah, you didn't throw relationship in there.
Well, relationship. That's a given.
That's the heart.
That's
the center
always
of
in the
it.
middle.
Did you hear that, Liz?
These are the things I choose. That's
Yeah.
the thing that's always there. So
Damn.
What?
You just wrote your vows right there.
it's pretty good, right?
That was really good.
Yeah. If I bring up comedy in my vows, blow my brains out. Just be a sniper on the roof and
You're
kill
like,
me.
I'll never forget. I was kind of in a dark place, and then I did this set at Sesh Comedy.
Seshcomedy.com / You're like, oh, he's doing the whole bit. It wasn't even funny on the pod.
Oh God.
God, we got to get married.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. I
Here's the
brought it
thing.
up a lot.
Here's another thing. I want to wear a gold ring. Wedding band.
Yeah.
I want to wear one.
Yeah, that's not an old thing.
I don't know.
I want to
kind of
wear
is.
one.
It's not an old thing.
I don't think so. Rings are cool, dude. Rings are young.
Rings are young, dude.
So condescending.
Rings are young.
No, it'll be a really cool young look, dude.
I don't know what's going on, Thomas. Something's changing inside of me.
Yeah, well, we all get old. God, I don't like saying that.
I know. Time's coming for you, brother. The best
Wow.
feeling is when I see my friends. I love it because, like, I started comedy late. We know this.
Yes.
And then I made an active choice to be friends with groups younger than me
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't want to be friends with groups of guys that were my age because when I got to Chicago, I was 28, 29. I didn't want to be friends with those guys.
Right.
Because that means they've been doing comedy for maybe 9 years.
Yeah, it was a smart move.
So I wanted to be friends with the guys
You got to go comedy age.
that were my age comedy-wise.
Yeah.
And they're all way younger than me.
Yep.
Like you.
I was like, where are you going with this?
And I love, because I've always been the old fuck of the group. Everyone's like, Tim's an old piece of shit. We hate him so much. And I love it. This is what I love so much. I love, it warms my heart at night.
I love when my friends are just like, ooh, look at this old fuck.
Well, no, I love it when my friends turn 30 and or start showing signs of aging.
like your friends, like every time I look a little worse, are you like, mm-hmm.
Like your birthday just came by and I was like, yeah, you take that shit, Tom.
God, you're just, you're
Yeah.
like,
Happy birthday, bitch.
happy birthday. And then you walk off to the corner and you're like muttering shit. I'm like, what is Tim talking about? And you're just going through all the life events that are going to happen to me.
You're like, why'd you get me a knee brace for my birthday?
You'll find out in 2 years.
It's
bitch.
great. Or we're like some of my friends are like, I think I have some gray hairs popping. And I'm like, oh yeah, do you?
Yeah.
It's interesting how that
I
happens.
didn't notice. I haven't been. You take out a journal.
It's like, oh, it's weird. Did you choose to have those? Yeah, me
that would
neither.
be a fun if every year for all of your younger friends' birthdays, you just gave them the bad thing that happened to you that
Yeah,
year.
yeah. Oh, that's a great idea.
You're just like one year. You're
It's like, oh, now your knees start hurting.
like, is this your parents' phone plan? yeah, I had to go back on at 31.
It is amazing to watch everyone get a little older because you can see in their eyes, they're like, oh, I haven't changed.
You should do this as a bit.
It's
also.
just my body has changed.
Yeah.
The being inside never changes. It's just your body turns to shit. It just goes to ash.
But this is
not mine. I'm
ash.
I'm
God.
I'm kind of like molded like a Greek god, but
It is
still
kinda weird that you've been able to stay so sculpted.
I mean, I'm an absolutely sculpted man.
Yeah. I severely don't trust people that are like over 30 and are just like
Ripped.
well, like the no body fat thing.
Well, look,
like you
here's
can
the
have
thing.
big muscles if you work out every day. Cool. I'm like great, but then but like the like sculpted like veiny arms. I'm
No.
like you're not having fun in life.
Here's the thing. You got to keep yourself in shape.
Yes,
You have to.
for the kids.
You can't. Also, not even for the kids. It's also pretty fucking mean to the person that has to fuck you all the time.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like when Lizzie and I got together, I was a hot piece of ass.
Yeah.
I can't just put on 80 pounds and then
now
be like,
you're a
hey,
hot piece of ash.
Why aren't you? There we go.
Now we're cooking.
Now we're doing it. A couple
Yeah.
of hot toddies and we're cooking. But you know what I'm saying? It's
I
like
get what you're
me.
saying.
You
Yeah.
can't be like, hey, I know when you got with me, you were attracted to me, but now that I'm fat and gross, I do still want you to blow me. And the poor girl is like, yeah, but you're disgusting now.
God, I'm so glad we finished your vows.
That's male and female. You can't get fat. You
Yeah.
gotta at least try to keep it. You know, aging is gonna happen.
Well,
Things are
it's-
gonna happen. You gotta keep it in line.
Well, it's where you, unless what if you were fat when you fell in love?
Well, then you can go back to that.
Yeah,
You can.
that's kind of the move.
That's what you're allowed to.
I might get really fat and fall in love, and
That's-
then the rest of
You
my
just
life,
have to stay. You can't get worse. Too much worse than when they met you.
you got to get naturally worse.
Yes, there are things that you can't control.
Yeah,
Can't control gray hair, guys. If you go bald, you can't control that.
I know. I think about it every
You know,
day.
you get crinkly, you get all this shit, whatever. But you can control turning into a fucking gross piece of shit.
and that's. I think we got to wrap, and that's kind of a good way to end.
I'm just saying.
You can control whether or not you turn into
Control
a
the
gross piece of shit.
controllables, Tom.
There we go, and that's gonna get us out of these Paul Rutts that we're in.
Well, hold on. Let's just pod until we finish these Todds.
Hot potty. Yes.
There's the name.
God, hot
I mean,
potty.
we're on a
right
hot
there.
potty
It was
right
gonna
now.
be Paul Rutt, but hot potty just took the lead.
That rips.
Oh my God, hot piece of ash was up there too. But
No,
I
hot
mean,
potty absolutely slaps.
absolutely, the hot toddies might be the new drink of the pod.
Well, you're going to go back to L.A.,
I'll still make.
and then I got to sit here at this fucking computer and try to have a fun time. Sucks. We got to do like 10 more pods while you're in town.
Okay. I'll be back in like 3 weeks. Oh, you got a big chunk of lemon in that
A lot of lemon. That's right. I forgot about that. So we can do like
one.
10 more
8
then,
days.
too.
Yeah.
8 days. Are
Yeah.
you staying here?
No.
Oh, thank God.
You're one of my few honest friends. Because when I thought I was going to have to stay with you, but then my buddy Nick's hooked it up in Williamsburg. I ended up staying with him, which is amazing. The guest bedroom.
Own
He's
bedroom.
the
You got to
man.
take it. Yeah. Obviously, you're always
He's the shit.
welcome. You know that.
I know, but I remember I told you like a long time ago, I was like, I might need to stay with you in October, and then we never talked about it. And when we were talking last week, you were like, wait, are you staying with me? But you were trying to hide it a little bit, like, or no, you were like, what, are you staying with us? And I was like, I don't think so. And you just had instant relief on your face. And you're like, thank God, dude, because like we weren't ready. And I'm like, most of my other friends, like I have another friend here who was like, no, dude, you definitely, if you need a place. And I'm like, I know your situation. You don't want me to crash with you.
Well, no, so you're always welcome. You know this.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that you were saying that to me.
No, my other friend.
Oh,
but he was
right.
lying to my face. He's like, no, I would love for you to stay with me. And I'm like, I know you would.
Social niceties.
Yeah, I guess.
You have to do the social niceties. But you also know. Well, that's for the Patreon.
I think I just swallowed a seed, by the way.
You got a big June bug on the way in?
Nah, I swallowed a June bug a couple miles back.
I'm not too hungry. But yeah, you know the sitch. That's for the Patreon, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
We'll end
Which
it there.
patreon.com/loveandlife// move to your doing comedy.
God, I think about that guy
/
every
Amy
day.
Miller.
Amy Miller. I hope she listens to the pod.
I don't think she does.
Well, she's a top tier hang.
I love her
either
to
way.
death.
Absolute top tier.
I think
hang.
she's in New York right now. She didn't hit either of us up.
No, she's in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Because you saw her at the cellar.
Oh.
Vegas.
Vegas seller.
I know.
Makes way more.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't think I got my feelings hurt and did a little research? Is that what you think happened, Tom?
If anyone, what if I was in New York and didn't tell you?
I'd be like, oh, thank God.
He's not staying with us at least.
No, of course it always hurts. There's a guy from Louisiana in town right now.
It
The guy
has-
that asked me to do my first feature spot.
Whoa.
And he didn't hit me up.
And you saw he was in town.
Saw he was in town.
It almost makes you want to go run into him.
And be like, oh, hello.
Hey, I did not
Interesting to
expect
see
you to
you
be
here.
here after I saw the lineup.
You piece of shit. That's
I-
another thing
it
where I'm
just
like,
happened
what
to
is
me.
it about me where people are like, nah.
Hmm.
There's something about me where well,
No, here's the thing. I'm playing along. You also, if I know one thing about you,
Ruh-roh.
you'll create a couple of these scenarios in your head.
brother, you ain't lying.
So these people are not all like, fuck Tim Smith.
Well, here's
It's like you have one weird interaction. You're like, so everybody hates me.
here's a little something. I had a hard realization the other day.
Okay.
Talking with a friend of mine. We're doing it's like a little 3-way call, and he's like, "Hey Tim, we're all going to blah 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 blah. Do you want to come hang on Saturday?" I was like, "No." And he was like, "What?" He's like, "You don't want to come like see la la la?" And I was like, No, I don't want to do that." And then like at the end of the call, like he was like a little like more standoffish and a little cold.
Yeah.
And then when we hung up, I was like, that guy thinks I'm a fucking dick. What the hell did I do? And then I thought about it more, and I was like, oh, he gave me an olive branch, and I said, absolutely not.
He said, hey, would you like to share a meal? And you said, I would never
I
think
said,
about
I don't want to do that even a little
it.
bit.
I don't want to be near you.
Well, I didn't.
What was the offer?
To go to Prospect Park and sit in the fucking park, and
Oh, what like a fun friend thing to do.
I know, but it was on like 11 a.m. on a Saturday. That's a lot of work, Tom.
It is. It's one of those things. That's one of those things that I probably also would. Here's the difference between me and you, though. I also would not have gone. I would have said, I will try to make it.
Right.
And then I would have had to lie on Saturday morning and get
Yeah.
out of it. So I don't know what is worse, to be honest. Because
Well-
I'm letting those people down at a different time.
Yeah, but you're doing it softer. You're business Tomming
I'm
them at
business
least.
Tom and left and right.
I mean, I'm just going, no. Hey, Tim, you want to come spend some time together? Absolutely
honestly,
not.
It means a lot that we're best friends because somehow I cracked it.
You cracked what?
You.
What do you mean? I think I cracked you.
I don't know. That seems like a brutal way to start a friendship.
What?
Hey, you want to hang out? No.
No.
Nah.
Well, you
Not interested.
Well, here's the thing. You and I have an interesting dynamic because you're one of the most likable people, and people have a visceral hate for me.
Created in your head.
People are like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's
it's
what-
kind of like it's the yin and the yang. It's the light. It's the darkness and the light.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That's us. That's what we should have named the pod.
Yin and yang.
No, the darkness and the light.
Darkness and the light.
You just have to always play the darkness.
And I'm like, I'm actually like a pretty decent guy.
I'm trying to make my life better.
Jesus
Every week
Christ.
I have to be the darkness.
I am a pretty decent guy, though.
Really good guy.
But it's my. There's something about my.
Well, you're very honest with your face and your and your reactions to people's behavior.
True.
When you don't like how someone is acting, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah, I gotta be better about that.
Yeah.
Do I though?
No.
Well, here's the thing.
You're old now. You don't
I'm
need
old.
to actually.
I'm telling you, I'm like the 89-year-old guy on his porch that just
He's
says
like,
what he thinks.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care.
Here's the thing, and tell me if I'm off base here.
What?
I'm never like me. Anytime I'm not me. Anytime I'm like not thrilled with someone's behavior, it is typically stinky behavior.
It's yeah, because you're also a judge. Judge, Jesus Christ!
Judge.
Second hot potty is hitting. You're a good judge of character.
I think so too.
Yeah, but
So if someone stinks,
I'm
I'm
just
like,
better
you
at
stink.
being like, I'm gonna judge your character
Quietly.
behind closed doors.
Quietly, very quietly.
Very, very quietly.
Yeah, but see, like, what a skill.
Yeah,
I need that skill.
I don't know
It's
where
not
that came
inside of me. It came from 5'1" Tom.
Oh yeah, that was it.
That's why.
Yeah, I
100%.
forgot that. That's where kind of most of my social interactions.
Oh
came
yeah.
from.
I mean, like you couldn't be a prick at 5'1". That's
No.
locker time. You're locked in there for a week.
and I never even got put in a locker,
See,
which is pretty impressive. I was the smallest guy.
that's what I'm saying. You had to learn some pretty savvy
did
social.
people actually get put in lockers at your high school?
We only had half lockers. We never had a full locker.
I would have fit just fine. I remember
almost
one
prefer it,
time
honestly.
one guy got locked in one, but I think he went in willingly.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean, I
that
never
was just
really.
the defense, though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's like, totally, guys. I'll get in here. I don't care. I'll just shove this in my ass too. Don't worry about it. I love this shit.
Well, I'll punch myself in the face. Why
Yeah,
not?
it's fine. I'm gonna bang my head against the wall. I don't think I ever really saw any like hardcore bullying.
Yeah, I mean,
I never saw like some real dark.
no, it was more like Mean Girls shit. It was all clicky shit.
Sure, but that's not. It was never like the big guy that was like, "Hey, fuck you, nerd." And,
No,
like, I never.
I
saw
never
that.
really got that. I think one time I saw a guy get bullied in the locker room during like tryouts.
You know what? Now that you say that, I did see some bullying
Soccer, I mean, sports in general.
Sports
It
were
happens in
bad.
sports for sure.
when everybody's changing.
Yeah.
the nerd is in there.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I saw a lot of bullying. Actually, you know what, Tom?
Oh, I saw some really bad
I saw some
stuff.
things that were downright cruel.
Man, yeah, I don't know. I remember one guy wore his towel really high, and he never shook that rep. You know what I'm talking
Can't
about?
do that.
Yeah, he went like
Here's
I think in my head he
What was
went
it,
over
right
the
here?
nips.
Cover the nips.
I think he covered the nips.
What?
Yeah.
Well, so his dick and balls were hanging out of the bottom.
No, he was a pretty small guy.
See, you can't put a bullseye. So here's what happened. He had big nips,
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
and he didn't even realize that by covering the nips, he's also broadcasting tiny dick and balls. Ugh, what an error.
This is a real like
I mean,
you take 5 from here. You give 5
it's a real take from Peter to pay Paul situation.
That's what I'm looking for. Yes.
I got the nips covered, but now everybody knows my dinky's an inch and a half.
Take from Tinky to pay nips. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna tell that fable to my grandkids.
Take from dinky to pay nips.
Oh, Kyle, I'll never forget him.
R.I.P. Kyle. He's for sure dead.
God, he might be.
Yeah, there was a lot of bullying, actually. Boy, high school, man, brutal time to be alive.
Yeah, I mean, I think high schoolers now have to be sick in the head in a way that is like.
Oh, I bet it's just
'Cause
brutal
the internet,
beyond belief now.
I mean, you can you don't even have to bully. You could just if someone was just bombing on the internet.
And you're just bing.
There you go.
I mean, if Nip Sky walks in and somebody gets him and he's on TikTok, it's got 800,000 likes.
Oh, my
His life's
God.
over.
God.
He's the Nip Queen from New Orleans forever now.
Wow, kind of a sick name though.
Well, I call Lizzie the something queen of New Orleans all the time. I just change it around.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
You didn't have to admit that it wasn't a riff. You could have lived in that lie.
Well, we can always edit that, Tom.
See what I mean? No. Oh, we can always edit it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can together.
Yeah, I'll tell you what to edit, and then you'll spend your hard time editing it.
Oh.
Dick.
This is our longest pod yet, I think.
Yeah, but it's fun. We're hot toddy.
Reunion pod. I'm late to a wedding right
No,
now.
you're
I'm going to be
not.
severely late to this wedding.
No, you're not.
It starts at 8:30. It starts in 12 minutes.
This is not a wedding. This is a pre-wedding toast. What is this?
It's the welcome party.
What is that?
There's always a welcome party the night before the wedding.
See, this is what's so bizarre. There are wedding traditions in different parts of the country that are so different.
What are your weddings like?
A wedding party, like a rehearsal dinner?
It's the It's the post-rehearsal dinner where everyone is in from out of town, but not everyone is going to the rehearsal dinner. So then you gotta. It's basically they rented out a bar,
I gotcha. Okay.
but we're all just meeting there.
Maybe I'd never
But I
heard it
gotta
called a
go get
welcome
dressed up.
party.
Yeah.
Toss on a little
Oh,
blaze.
it's called.
Can I come?
I kind of want to say yes.
How we doing? Congrats, man.
I'm like, this is Tim. He's he just rounded the corner. Actually, he was in a little bit of a Paul Rutt. They're like, what are you talking about?
Nah, he's feeling better about his stand-up now.
He did sesh last week, and that kind of brought him back.
I'm like .com//dick and balls.
We're gonna gotta get a drink around here, huh?
Ooh, we'll be at the bar if you guys want to crack up later.
It's gonna be a great time. I'm very excited.
A great Tom?
A great Tom. It's gonna
be a great Tom
grand old
Brennan.
Tom. Did we talk about the name stuff before it glitched out? Yeah, we did.
I think we did.
Yeah. All right. So Tommy Brennan, I think is. I think that's what. Unfortunately, that's what it's gonna be. I'm so embarrassed. I've never been so embarrassed about something in my whole life.
Tom, sometimes you got to make a business decision.
I know it's so. Oh God, it's not just business too. It's a family name. It's my grandma's last name.
Well, it's business.
It's a business move.
It's 100% business.
It's better than going on stage as Business Tom.
That was
my second option.
I don't know. That's I could argue that ad nauseum. But so we have to change the graphic on this thing because it says Tommy Schnee and Timmy Smee.
Yeah, we do.
I'm going by Timmy Schneeman.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's what I'm doing.
Dude, your bookings are about to skyrocket.
They'll
dude.
be like, oh fuck, and then I'm gonna show up. They're like, oh no, it's the old one.
Oh, we thought it was the young Tim Smith.
Oh, it's the guy grappling with his mortality. Shit.
What's your middle name?
Michael.
Tim Mike.
Timothy Michael Smith.
What if you announced that you were going by Tim Mike?
And I'm like, yeah, just the industry thinks it's a better move. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
You
dude,
asshole.
someone threw a comparison out there of someone who changed their name from a very normal name to a horrendous stripper sounding like name.
Yeah.
And
Chastity Cole.
and I'm like, that's not the example that I needed to hear.
Well, here, Tom, and I'm telling you, it's a blessing from above. Family name, grandmother's
Yeah.
maiden name. It's already your middle name.
True.
At least you can sleep at night.
Yeah.
Because if you changed it to fucking Tommy Rock, I mean,
Tommy Chappelle, dude.
I'm having a real tough time being your friend.
Yeah. No, that would be the level of embarrassment that I'm feeling even thinking about changing it to my middle name. I can't imagine if I was changing it to
Just as some random
Tommy Armchair, Tommy Bahama.
something. You know what's weird? Like ladies, they change their names all the time.
Like for marriage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're just like, oh yeah, I'm just a completely different person now.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
I think it does suck. I think the process sucks.
You
My
know what I
sister
mean?
complained about it a lot. But yeah, it is weird.
It's just like, oh yeah, that I'm just not that person.
No one's
anymore.
called me that in 30 years.
It's wild.
It's really weird.
And that's just like a thing.
Yeah. I think the nice part is I think I can actually include Schneeman on my
You're gonna
Instagram
hyphenate.
and shit. No, I'm not. God. Tommy, Brennan, Schneeman, everyone. I'm like, my managers are like,
Wait.
God,
Try to
we were
okay.
so
Actually,
close.
that's a really fun bit. Suggest that to your manager and just see what she says.
Just see what they say. I have decided to change the name, and they'd be like, "Oh, great."
I think we could hyphenate it,
I
and
think
that
it's
would be
the
fun.
right idea. Brennan is the right idea, so obviously we go Tommy, Brennan, Schneeman, hyphenated,
And that would be good, right?
and that would be great.
And just see what they say.
Yeah.
How's the relationship? Would they get if you were like, I'm fucking with you?
I kind of already threw a couple of those out there.
Ah, damn.
When they said, "Would you ever go by Brennan?" I was like, "Yeah, I was thinking about Brennan Schneeman."
There we go.
And that got a good laugh.
That's
in
from
the room.
33 feet
Yeah,
out.
that was good.
That one hit a little bit of rim, but mostly a switch.
It did.
It rattled around for a minute.
Oh man, yeah.
Holy shit! So where are we at? This
We
is
got
an
it. We've been going for an hour and a half.
All right, we had to finish these Todds, but I think we're out.
Hot potty. The hot potty is over. I don't want it to end.
I know it's too fun.
This was a great reunion pod. It says 2 hours.
There's no way we just did a 2-hour pod.
Oh no. Sorry, that's added on from. No, we're fine. I have no idea. I have no idea how long we've been going.
Let's see, it's 8:25.
We've been going for well over an hour.
We've been cooking here for a minute.
All right, you
All right,
guys.
we
Wait,
love
where
ya.
are you gonna be? Do you want to do anything?
Who cares? I'm gonna be. Hey, get your goddamn tickets
gives
to
a shit?
Zany's
Yeah.
in Chicago the night before Thanksgiving, November 23rd. Get your goddamn tickets to that. It's gonna be very fun. And then I'll be back December 16th and 17th, right outside of Chicago.
Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Bolingbrook. And then I'll be in Boston. Oh, I'm also going to be in Boston at the end of this month. Who gives a shit? Just
Follow
me on Instagram. I post everything on Instagram. It'll be great.
But you always do it kind of like a couple days in advance. It's hard for people to make plans.
True.
So you go to his website. Do you put your dates on your website?
I think the website expired.
God.
I got an email and I was like, ruh-roh.
I don't want to deal with that right now.
All
All right, get the website back up and running. Throw the dates on there.
Meanwhile, follow me on the Institute
and follow
I'll tell you
on
all about
IG.
it.
Yeah, I'm the only upcoming things that'll be fun. Atlanta, if anyone's in Atlanta, I have no idea. Punchline, November 4th through 6th. And then Columbus with Becky Robinson, Aspen and Denver. Aspen, a little place where the beer flows like wine and the women instinctively flock like the salmon of Capistrano. Aspen. I don't know, Lloyd. The French are assholes. In December, and I don't know, Burbank. I don't know. Just go look
Just,
at it.
we've been
online.
podding for 6.5 hours right now.
Yeah, come see us. Send us a DM. Tell me whether or not you hate Brennan. Tell Tim whether or not he should go GymJob Smith, Gym Comedy.
Yeah, pick the two.
Yeah.
I
That's
swear to
kinda
God,
funny.
if somebody's like, hey, man, just lean into the job in the gym.
Oh, God.
The comedy's not
Hey,
happening.
just a quick heads up. Don't do that.
I'll kill myself dead.
On the pod.
All right, we love you. Bye.
We love you guys. Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're